Find you. We're all positioned somewhere to catch you running out the door. Thank you all the staff and all the support here to make this a really important resource for victims and survivors in the area. Thank you for the work you do every day. So you, Deborah and Sonia, have something for you. Becky, thank you for everything you do.
I know there's not really suspense, but I've always wanted to do this. And the winner is... Oh my God, they make it more difficult than it looks like on TV. Oh my God, really? Okay.
Your car is waiting outside.
Yeah, I wish. Sexual assault, it's time to talk about it. Becky, a certificate for you from Karen Baker on behalf of the National Sexual Violence Resource Center. Jane Doe, all of us, the staff, we are so proud to have a chance to work with you, to learn from you, and all of your staff to do this work. Thank you.
Thank you. Ornament for your desk or your home.
Great.
So you'll never be late for anything.
Yeah, my co-director would appreciate that.
It says it's time to talk about it.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks,
and it's all yours.
Oh, boy.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate folks coming, and it was hard to sit still during the speeches, and but as folks said, I am really honored and really humbled, and I was very surprised that the coalition chose me. So I just want to say a few words, and Mary already had all the staff stand up and introduce themselves. I was going to do that as part of my speech, so it would take more time, but no. I want to say a little bit about where I come from, and it's no coincidence that our celebration is taking place here at UMass today. I am a proud UMass graduate, and as an undergraduate here, I actually volunteered for the Every Woman Center. And that's where I got my feet wet. My first protest against injustice happened here with the Radical Student Union and the Stonewall Center. And then my first job out of college was actually with the Every Woman Center in the community education program. And I was really lucky to be working with these incredible, powerful women, a couple of whom are actually in the room. I worked with a woman named Kathy Alexander, who went on to work with the District Attorney's Office for many years. I worked with Gretchen Krull, who was leading the peer education program at the time for UMass. I worked with Mary Cocello, who's now the chief of the domestic violence unit at the DA's office. And through them I met Barbara Russell, so I feel grateful that I had this mentoring and support of these women. And so I think mentoring is so important, and people have said this, so it'll sound kind of redundant, because I feel like as an individual, I'm receiving this award, but I couldn't do this work without my colleagues and the center and all the support of the folks here. And because it's not individual work. One person can't be standing at the shore throwing that grain of sand back in the ocean. It takes a whole community. And I believe in collaboration, and I think that's the way to be successful. And the center here, and particularly my co-director, has been willing to go out on some risky and innovative ventures with me and go on some rides. And I think mostly that they've really paid off. For example, I'm really grateful to see the captain of the Amherst Police Department here, Jen Gunderson, and the new specialized detective Lopez, who's going to handle all the sexual assault and domestic violence cases for the APD. And that's a new program, and because we worked together for many years, we've been able to create better support for survivors. I really believe in that. And so we've invited some different partners to the table, and that hasn't always been easy, you know, like working with sorority programs on campus. It's not a natural fit when people think about, you know, sexual violence advocates and sorority sisters, but actually we have a lot in common and we have a lot of common goals. And so the center and the staff here have been willing to go on these rides with me, and I really appreciate that. And also my pastor from my church is here, which is really nice, from First Churches in Northampton. And that's another sort of out of the box collaboration that we've had, and working with clergy around these issues and trying to break down the silence and the barriers between advocates and faith leaders. So overall, I think these ventures have paid off. I don't know if all the staff that work with me would agree with that. And, you know, it has meant at times that I'm not as available as I could be because I'm in Boston, where the meetings invariably are held, and driving out there. No, I just had to say that. But I think that we have started to, you know, create systems change. Which is really slow work, really incremental work, and the collaborations help people not to burn out and not to drop out of this work and maintain hope. And the last thing that I just want to offer is that working on a college campus is such an interesting environment and a great environment. And one of the things that I just really love about being here in particular is all the students and the staff that come together to staff our hotline, to do our community education, and they're really the innovators, and they're really the people with the new ideas, and they're pushing against the labels that I as an old feminist have, and you know, they're pushing us to think about the future and to have a different vision. And we couldn't have our program without all of those volunteers. We couldn't do a third of the work that we do. So I guess that's what sort of keeps me young and fresh, and then I can bring some of that stuff out to the rest of the coalition and the